So you want to speak English with more confidence, but you're not sure where to start. Feeling nervous or shy when speaking English can prevent you from achieving your goals. You may think you're the only one who feels lost and insecure when speaking in English. Well, you're not alone. Confidence comes with the right type of practice, and that's exactly what I'm going to teach you now. As the founder of Deliberate English, I recently worked with a student from Chile who had the same problems. Year after year, he sat in class listening to teachers talk about English. He was a good student and passed all his classes. Eventually, he studied abroad in the US. He was shocked by how uncomfortable he felt with native speakers. He couldn't understand people. Everybody spoke way too fast. It was unbelievable how school didn't prepare him for real life. A couple of years later, he returned to the US looking for a job. He was still very nervous about his English. He didn't know how to express himself in job interviews or write resumes. That's when I started to work with him. After a few months, he got a great job making over $60,000 a year as an admissions advisor at a university. How can you do the same with your English? By following a simple 3-step process. Collect, use, get feedback, and repeat. Step 1 is to collect words for a bigger vocabulary. Now, I know what you're thinking. I always forget new words. I get lost and end up translating in my head, or I just have a bad memory. But here's the thing. You don't have a bad memory. You're just practicing the wrong way. The way most students try to collect new expressions is by passively watching TV, movies, or listening to music and podcasts. While this is a great way to practice what you already know, it's not an effective way to learn new things. Every time you hear a new word when watching a TV show, your brain quickly forgets it or just ignores it in the first place. Instead of hours of passive practice, you need short bursts of deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is when you spend a short amount of time actively analyzing what you hear and challenging yourself to use things you're not comfortable with. Here's a specific deliberate practice technique you can do right now for free to collect new vocabulary words. First, pick a YouTube video on a topic you're interested in that has a transcript or captions. TED Talks are a great source for this exercise. Second, pick a 1-minute section of the video. Third, for the next 15 minutes, don't look at the transcript or captions for this part. Go and push play, and then pause after a few words. Write everything you just heard, rewind 2 or 3 times to catch things you missed, and if you still can't understand something, just leave a blank and continue. From there, repeat this process until you've completed the 1-minute section of your video. Compare what you wrote to the official transcript, and then fix any mistakes and fill in the blanks. I recommend to mark those changes in bold. Finally, replay the clip and pause after every sentence and say it out loud, paying close attention to your pronunciation and the sections you marked in bold. This type of active listening forces your brain to pay attention to the details it usually ignores, such as new words. Now that you've found a few, you can add them to your collection in a free flashcard app like Anki or Quizlet to review later. By the way, you can get specific daily practice routines that include techniques like this in my free 3-step guide here at deliberateenglish.com. All right. Step 2 is to use new expressions in real-life situations. There are 2 ways to do this. One is by rehearsing new expressions by yourself doing deliberate practice, and 2 is giving a concert of new expressions by speaking with a native speaker. You can easily practice using your new expressions by following the deliberate writing technique I explain here on my YouTube channel. When you're ready to give a concert and speak to a native, you have plenty of options. No, you don't need to bug your friends. My favorite way to find people to practice with is the free site languageexchanges.org. After creating a free account, you'll be able to find tons of native English speakers who are learning your native language. Just send a few quick messages and you'll be able to set up a video call to use what you've been learning. All right, step 3 is to get feedback from native speakers. That's right, just using English isn't enough. You need to take the extra step of asking people for feedback. Now, here's a simple example. Imagine you're trying to learn the expression up in the air. In your next language exchange, your partner might say something like, I'm really stressed right now because I'm waiting to hear if I got into college. In response, you could say, wow, sounds like things are really up in the air right now. After they respond, ask this one question. Did I use up in the air naturally here? Now, sometimes you're going to make a mistake. Instead of feeling like you're dumb, get excited. By making the mistake, you learned a situation where the expression doesn't work. This is super important. It will help you avoid making the same mistake in the future and help you feel more confident when using the expression next time. To summarize, the 3-step process to speak more confident English at work and in life is 1. Use deliberate practice to collect new expressions. 2. Practice using new expressions with native speakers on free language exchange sites. And 3. Get feedback from natives to instantly know if you're using words correctly. If you want to know exactly how to use this process in your life, including specific daily practice routines, go to deliberateenglish.com to get my free guide, 3 Steps to Confidently Express Yourself at Work. I'm confident this will help you improve your English for your future career. Good luck.